welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my get ready with me holiday look, and I wanted to keep it classic with the thick wing and red lip. So that's what I did, but I really wanted to incorporate some glitter, so that is what I did on the eyes. And if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Before I get into the video, I just want to thank everyone who has been supporting me this year. I had an amazing 2015. I'm so excited to move on to 2016. And if I don't see you guys again in another video, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. And yeah, like this video if you want to see more, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.
Alright, so I'm starting off with primer, and I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Eye Base, and I'm applying that all over my eyelid and up to my brow bone. For eyeshadow, I'm using the Tartelette 2 in the Bloom eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to go in with the color Smarty Pants, and I'm just using an E40 brush to brush that all over my eyelid and to kind of set the primer that I just put down. This is also going to be my transition shade. Next, I'm using an E25, and I'm going in with the color Jet Setter, and I'm going to put this in my crease just to start creating some depth in the crease. And then I decided to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm literally just trying to pack on the color in my crease. These shadows kind of take a long time to build up, so I do go over it quite a few times. Same with the transition color. For my all over lid color, I'm using the color Firecracker. And I started applying this with a small flat brush, but I wasn't really liking the way that it was turning out. Like I said, the eyeshadows take a really long time to build up for some reason. So I just went in with my finger instead to pack on the color. This part isn't too much of a big deal because we're going to go over it with glitter anyways. I just wanted something to really blend into all the other colors. Now I'm just picking up a little bit more of my transition shade and just trying to build up the color again. I did lose it a little bit when I was blending my crease color. I'm picking up more of my crease color, but this time I'm using a smaller brush. This one's from Morphe. It's the M506, and it's really small and fits perfectly into the crease to deepen it up, and I've been really loving this brush. I'm really impressed with my Morphe brushes that I've purchased recently. And for my outer corner, I'm going to deepen it up with this color Leader, and it's just like a chocolatey brown. I'm just going to put that into my outer V and blend it into the crease. Here I took another Morphe brush. This one's more big and fluffy. It's the Morphe E27, and I'm just using this with no product to blur everything out. With the same brush, I'm using the color Flower Child, and I'm gonna put this on my brow bone. This didn't really do much, but I just felt like I needed something there for now. Now on to the fun part. I'm going to use this Too Faced glitter glue, and I'm just going to apply that from the inner corner of my eyes to the middle, and that's where I'm going to apply my glitter. I'm using Makeupgeek's Utopia, and this is a pigment, but it definitely has a lot of glitter in it, and I'm using this Maybelline Master Fix setting spray to spray my brush. And this is the first time I use it, and I really do not like the smell of it. I could not bear spraying it on my face. I might return it, I'm not sure. But I use that to wet my brush, and that makes it a lot easier to pick up the pigment and pat it onto the glitter glue that I placed down earlier. Wetting the brush and using the glitter glue definitely reduces the amount of fallout when you use glitter. I'm going to mix these two colors, color Leader and Activist, and I'm going to pat that right in my outer corner just to deepen it up. I don't want to blend too much so I don't knock off all the glitter that I just put down. Now I'm just taking a makeup wipe to wipe off any fallout that I may have, which is not a lot, but there is some there. For eyeliner, I'm using my Inglot number 77 eyeliner. And I would probably recommend doing this before the glitter if you're using like a pen-formed eyeliner. I was fortunate enough that this one is very dark, so it goes right over the glitter and it covers it up. But sometimes if you use a different eyeliner, it might not cover up the glitter. It might be a little bit difficult to apply. Just a tip, but with the gel eyeliner, it worked out pretty fine. I used Benefit Roller Lash and Voluminous Original from Loreal to prep my lashes. And for lashes, I'm using House of Lashes in the style Smokey Muse and just some dual lash glue. And I tried my best to show you guys how I apply my lashes, and I used this applicator from Ardell. And yeah, you're gonna see me struggle a little bit. I do have a difficult time still applying lashes, but I just love the way they look, so I do it anyways. Moving on to the face, I'm using Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer, and I'm just going to smooth that all over my face, especially where I have pores, which is around my nose, chin area, and forehead. Next, I moved on to my brows, and I'm using this new Brow Stylist Definer pencil, and it looks just like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It has a spoolie on the end, and the pencil is really, really small and thin. And it's the first time that I'm using it here, and I fell in love. The color is perfect for me. This is the color Brunette. I think it only comes in Brunette and Dark Brunette for now. It's the only thing I've seen. But hopefully they come out with new colors because I really love this pencil. I think it's probably the best pencil I've used from the drugstore so far. So definitely try it out if you see it. I think it's brand new. It's coming out in all the drugstores. It's made by Loreal. I'm setting my brows with this brow gel from NYX, and I really like this color because it lightens my brows really slightly. It goes great with my hair now that it's a lot lighter. Back to the face, I'm going to conceal with this Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes, on my nose, forehead, around my nose to cover up any redness, and on my chin. Using a damp beauty blender, I'm going to blend that all out. For foundation, I'm using this Dynamic Duo. I'm using the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I'm mixing it with the Loreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And I've been loving this mix. I just mix one pump of each foundation on the back of my hand and just blend it all out with a damp beauty blender. It looks a little light here because I think my forehead is still pretty dark compared to the rest of my body, but I've really been liking this mix of foundations. I always make sure that I blend my foundation down my neck just to make sure everything blends. You always want your foundation to match your neck and not your face. Doing the baking method, I'm going to be using the Nye Banana Powder, my beauty blender. I'm just going to dip my beauty blender into the powder. And what you want to do is just tap a good amount of it underneath your eyes, forehead, nose, and chin. This is going to highlight, this is going to set your foundation and concealer. It's going to make you look really flawless. It's going to help with the longevity of your concealer. It's not going to let it crease. If you have oily skin, it's going to last a lot longer. You won't get oily as fast. I've been really loving this method. If I could do it every day, I would. So you want to let the powder just sit there, and we'll come back and dust it off later. To contour, I'm using my Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D, and I'm using this Sigma brush. It's the F23. It's from their new contour collection, contour and highlight collection. I'm just going to contour as I normally do. I'm still getting used to this brush. I kind of go a little overboard, but it works out at the end. I do bring down the color a little bit down my neck, and then I'm also going to contour my nose a little bit. I switched my brush and I'm using the color in the middle there. It's a little more warm than the first tone that I used. The first one is a little more cool. I'm just going over it with very little just to warm up my face. Back to my banana powder, and I'm using the Sigma F77 brush. It's from the same highlight and contour collection. And I'm gonna do a trick that I saw Jacqueline do in one of her videos. She uses the powder to sharpen up and clean up her contour. I didn't want to do too much of a sharp contour, so I'm doing this dry, but it works out really well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use a dual fiber brush and dust off all the powder that I left baking on my face. For blush, I'm using my MAC palette. This one is in the color Blushbaby, and I'm using a MAC 129 short brush to apply this right on the apples of my cheeks. For highlight, I'm using Becca Opal, and I'm using this Morphe M310 fan brush to apply it right above my blush that I just applied. And then I'm also going to apply some on the tip of my nose and the Cupid's bow. I'm taking this super tiny brush from Morphe as well, and I'm going to dip it into Opal, and I'm just going to pop that right into my inner tear duct. Back to my Tartelette palette, I'm using the color Leader, and I'm using this Morphe 222 brush, which is a pencil brush, and I'm just running that color on my lower lash line. With the same brush, I'm going to dip it into Opal, and I'm going to run a little tiny bit right underneath the arch of my brows. Finish off the look, I started off with this MAC pencil in the color Nightingale. I was thinking about using this color in the Stila called Rico. It's a little more on the purpley side. So I just use this to line my lips as I normally would. And then I changed my mind and I ended up using Beso from Stila. It's a liquid lipstick. It's a true red, and I'm very happy with this choice because red is actually my favorite color. I don't usually wear red lipstick, so that is it for the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.